Hello everyone, my name is Asha Pereira. Thank you very much for tuning into Real Estate Crowdfunding. I'm going to show you how exactly a project is done and how the feasibility and rest of it can be calculated. So let's move into the screen and I'm going to show you a project and exactly we're going to start working on the sums on that. So this is the example project. This is number 15 Elizabeth Street, Cranbourne North. If you have a look at it, there are 6 units coming up on this property. So it was bought as a whole property and then plans and permits. So actually bought with the plans and permits. And if you do not, you have to apply for plans and permits. So you can see some slab zone and already frames coming up and bricks being delivered. Driveway is on there. Electric connections are connected. So let's look a bit further. 15 Elizabeth Street, Cranbourne North. You can do a Google search for the address and you'll get much more details. So if you go a bit further down on realestate.com.au, you have more details because they keep a lot of every property history in Australia. So and the estimated value is about 350. So that is the old property look, but I'm going to show you an image of the current situation. So as you have seen before, so this is what it is right now. So there's 6 units coming up and that was how it was. And it was sold for $650,000 in April 2015, even though the estimated value says 440 because the vendor have taken the plans permits and have sold it with the plans and permits. So if you look at the area, this is Cranbourne, so it's a fairly developed area, but this is kind of a little bit old, maybe about 20 to 30 years old, this Cranbourne North area, but there's a newer area as well where the lands are much smaller. So in this area, all the previous land lots have been subdivided in the 1,000-2,000 square meter range. So therefore, right now, because the council regulations have changed, so now you can build 6 units in that 1,998 property. So purchase price 650, as you have seen at realestate.com.au in April 2015. Estimated setup cost, stamp duty and legal, I've put in about $40,000. I'm going to show you how exactly stamp duty can be calculated on a property you're going to purchase too. So if you go into Victorian stamp duty, because we're buying in Victoria right now, if you go into sro.vic.gov.au and put in the contract date, I'm assuming it's 1st of March 2015 because as per realestate.com.au it states that it was settled in April. So are you a foreign purchaser? No. Is this principal place of residence? No, because we are buying this as an investment. And market value, so that was a signed contract value, 650. And once you hit the calculate button, it will give you $34,070 as a stamp duty, buying as an investor. So plus all the other cost, everything I've just, for better sake, I've put in $40,000. Plans, permits are up about $15,000. Demolition, because there was an old house, demolish that about $15,000. Engineering, driveways, drainage, everything at the high end, I've put in about $50,000. So construction cost, I've put in an estimate of 150. So I'll show you how exactly it was done. If you go into BMT, cost estimation, you do a search on Google, it will come up. And we are building a brick veneer 6 units. So that is the new trend right now in 2016. All the units are going to be brick veneer. So you just look up there. So you can see the second one, 3-bedroom brick veneer project home, level block, single level, simple design. We're not going for high-end classic designs because we look at the neighborhood and we see the neighborhood is like that, and we've select Melbourne because the prices vary according to state and state. And in 2016 we expect to finish it, medium quality finish. Floor area we have developed about 120 per unit. So roughly, so 120 into 6 is going to be the total floor area, and then minimum is about 144. So I've developed about 150, but I'm pretty certain we should be able to get it a little bit under. So the cost is 900,000. So the total cost comes to 1.67 million, adding everything up together. As you can see, we've taken the cost of land, cost of stamp duty, permits, plans, construction cost, everything, 1.67 million. And then I've taken the selling price as 360. Why 360? You can do a search on Google, Cranbourne North unit prices. Once you do, it will take you to Real Estate, which is the biggest real estate site in Australia right now. And in there, if you do for units search, a bit further down, that's probably a 2-bedroom house. That's an older house, older unit. So because of that, we need to look for something brand new in the range what we're looking at, 3-bedroom house. So once you go a bit below, you can see this 3-bedroom house, which looks a brand new house. So from 359,000. So from, you have to note that as well. So worst case scenario, I have taken 360. We should be able to add in about another 10 grand, if you add in a bit of value in this. So you can get a bit more details underneath, how the finishes are, 3-bedroom, what exactly is included. And so according to that, 360,000 is taken into the calculation purposes. So sales revenue 360 into 6 is 2.16 million. So gross profit before GST, tax and agent fees is 490. How 490 is taken is 2.16 million minus 1.67, that is the construction cost, minus that. And how can you crowdfund a project like this? Let's assume 10 people get together to do this project. Cost of construction 1.67 million. Each person contributes 167,000, so that is divided by 10. Gross profit we've seen before, 490. So each person gets $49,000. Let's assume this project takes 2 years, but previously, as you have seen, the plans permits were taken. We can certainly finish it before 2 years. So with that, even worst case scenario, we're looking at about 15% return. What are the current interest rates if you deposit money in a bank account? So let's look at that as well. Go into Google, fixed deposit rates in Australia, do a search, and you can probably go into any other comparing sites. CanStar selected. If you go in there and put in the amount as 250, because 167 was the requirement, let's go for the maximum. 250, personal investment. What are the interest rates the banks are providing today? So according to the search, you can see Me Bank provides just a bit over 3%. So just like that, 3.3%, 3.4%. So previously you have seen in the crowdfunding example where you can take 15% return. So that is far better, which is 5 times of what the banks could offer. So certainly there's a tiny bit of a risk, but this is something doable. So anyone can have that, and these are the worst case scenarios. So if you look at this, it's 3.3%, 15%. There's a big difference. Even if you extend the time, there's not much of a difference. So the maximum interest rate is 3.3%. So for 24 months, and then you only paid your interest annually. So what would you prefer? What would you do? Would you invest in a crowdfunding project? Thanks very much for watching this video. I hope you have gathered some great information from this, how exactly the calculations and the feasibility could be done on a project. And I hope to see you in my next video. So I'll run you through a bit more videos and explain you a bit further, and I'll go more into detail of certain segments. So please do subscribe and comment and like and share the video and ask any questions below. I will do my best possible to answer all your questions. Thanks very much. Bye.